What a great idea. Why don't we read together? Shall we? The greatest lie on earth, proof that our world is not a spinning globe. Let's just see what the first page says. The most universally accepted deceit today is the ingrained teaching that the earth is a globe spinning at the speed of approximately 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, while at the same time orbiting the sun at approximately 66,600 miles per hour. While the earth is orbiting and spinning, the sun in turn is supposed to be hurtling through the Milky Way galaxy at approximately 500,000 miles per hour, so 500,000 miles per hour. What most people are not told is that all of this spinning, orbiting, and speeding through space has never been proven. Indeed, those hypotheses, movements, and speeds are completely made up. In fact, every scientific experiment that has ever been performed to determine the motion of the Earth has proven that the Earth is completely stationary, yet scientific textbooks ignore the scientific proof that contradicts the myth of an orbiting and spinning Earth. You want to know what's really messed up? They teach that the inside of the Earth is there's an inner core, an outer core, mantle, and a crust. Right? We all learn this. Children are learning this. Everybody has learned this. They have videos for children for it. It's in textbooks. It's everywhere that we know what's on the inside of the Earth as a fact. But did you know that the farthest we've ever dug into Earth is 8 miles? Humans have drilled over 12 kilometers, which is equivalent to approximately 7.5 miles. So the farthest we've ever dug into Earth is 8 miles. Almost 8 miles. So have we ever had any actual evidence of what they're teaching in schools and teaching in textbooks and indoctrinating children on about the fact of the Earth? Do we have any actual scientific proof or evidence on this? Unless something awful happens to our planet, we will never have a direct observation of Earth's core. Just another thing that we've never been able to observe, prove, test, or detect. But they have absolutely no problem stating that we can find Earth's core at 1,802 miles below Earth's surface, even though we've only dug less than 8 miles down. And they have no problem saying what it's like in the core when we are nowhere near it and have never been able to detect what it is, but they are certain and they're very sure on what is down there. Okay, 1,802 miles compared to 8 miles, you guys. How would they have any idea with that huge margin missing? How would they have any clue what's down there? And just in case you guys don't know what indoctrination is, it's the process of teaching a person or group to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. So it's accepting beliefs without any proof. Here's another example of just that on the globe. So just to reiterate, the furthest we've drilled into the Earth is around 12 kilometers, which is equivalent to almost 8 miles, while the distance to the center is over 500 times farther than what we've actually dug. Yet they are telling people what is down there when we are nowhere near it. And then it starts talking about how flat Earth is propaganda and how we know we don't live on a disc, even though nobody believes that we live on a disc. And just to reiterate, what else can't be observed, detected, or proven on the globe is gravity. It's a theory, not a fact. Absolutely no proof of it, absolutely no evidence. Can't test it, can't detect it. And the motion of the Earth, because you and everything else, including Earth's oceans, atmosphere, are spinning along with the Earth at the same constant speed. So gravity can't be detected, the Earth's motion can't be detected, and the inside of the Earth cannot be detected, all crucial things of the globe. And by the way, the definition of science is to study through observation and experiment. Okay guys, I'm going to address a question that I get constantly. If Earth is flat, why are all the other planets round? Why are all the other planets spheres? Here's the answer. The other planets are not planets. They are luminaries. They are lights. Here is Saturn. Here's what Saturn really looks like. That's a true image. And here is what NASA shows you. Please look at the difference between real and a cartoon that you believe. Take that in for a second. Another example, here's Mars. Here is real Mars. And here is the cartoon Mars. Okay? It's a light. It's a luminary. A luminary. Okay? Not a surface planet. Not a surface planet. Here's Venus, and I would like to point something out about this. You can see, when you zoom in very closely to stars and the planets, water ripples. Okay? Water ripples. Here is a side-by-side comparison of planets next to real images of these planets that are lights. Okay? Why are NASA images not even close to reality? Why? Another side-by-side, pause to read. They say that Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are gas giants and are not surfaces. They're made of gas. But isn't it interesting, look, that Mars, and Venus look the same as these planets that they say are gas. These are clearly not surfaces either. And before you bring up the moon is the same exact idea. The moon is a light. Okay? That's why the closer you get up to it, the more it fades away. It disappears into the sky. You could see stars through it. Clouds have been seen through it. If it was a surface rock, that would not be possible. We didn't land on the moon because you can't land on the moon because it's not a surface. If it was, light would reflect off it the way it does on any sphere. It illuminates itself. Think about this. If you believe in God and a creator, and you also believe in outer space and the globe, you need to understand that those two things are not the same and they don't correlate, and you have to pick one because they contradict each other completely. The moon is a lesser light to govern the night. And before you say that I don't understand science, let's read the definition of science. The study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. Remember, science, not CGI. You can observe that the planets are not surfaces by zooming in on them, and you can see that they are not. The heliocentric model was created to deceive you and deny God. He made us the center of creation, not the sun. Okay, guys, I really want you to think about this. Like, critically think. Water needs a container, okay? So if we're on a globe, how would there be a container on a sphere? If you think about a pool, I was just with my friends yesterday in a pool, and I got them thinking, talking about this. Picture a pool without the container. How is the water being held in without some kind of container? That's exactly what the globe is. You can't have a container on a sphere, guys. This is the biggest, most obvious thing about how we're not on a spinning globe, is that there's no container on a globe. There is a flat earth, a flat surface, and a container holding the water in, which is the Antarctic wall. There's no way around needing a container to hold the water in. We have a container holding the water in. There has to be. You cannot deny that water needs a container, and that water always finds its level, and that it has to have something to hold it in. I really, really, really want you guys to think about this before commenting. Water doesn't bend around a ball. Water doesn't act like this. It acts like the flat, the last one. It doesn't bend to a sphere, and it never will, and it physically can't. This does not have a container holding it, and don't say gravity. Do not say gravity. It's very crucial to understand that gravity only works on the globe heliocentric model. Gravity is a force that is designed to explain how anything would ever work on a globe. It's just designed to deceive you. This doesn't make any sense. Gravity is strong enough to hold a tank, cruise ships, bodies of water in place, but it's not strong enough to hurt a butterfly flying or a duck swimming or crushing us. Helium balloons completely defy gravity altogether. Just try for 1 second to use your senses and instinct instead of what you've been told. Does this make sense to you? Do you really think that rain is falling upside down and waterfalls are falling upside down and cruise ships are being held upside down by gravity? Is it really so much harder to believe that we're just on the same surface under the same sky, and the sky isn't this like round thing? The sky, you guys, would be around the entire globe. Like the sky above us is under us also on the other side of the world, opposite ends, because it's a sphere. Is that really harder to believe than that we're on a globe and gravity is somehow holding everything in, and that the sky is all around? You have to think about this. Is that really harder to believe than the globe? Guys, if the Earth was a globe, we would see a physical curve, and it would be a physical barrier, and it isn't, and it never has been, and it never will be. The Earth is flat. You know what's not provable, detectable, or observable? The motion of the Earth. You know what else isn't? Gravity. You know what else isn't? Earth's curve that can't seem to be found without CGI or a fisheye lens. Interesting how water is always level. Water is used as a level to level things out. Why would water be flat on a sphere? It does not look like that. It looks like that. Water does not curve. If you have a ball or a circle or a sphere, however you want to say it, water would separate if it was on a ball. No matter how big the ball is, it doesn't matter. There is no straight line on any size ball. There's no straight line. Water should bend to the ball if gravity is holding it, but it doesn't. It lays flat. Why? Is it because it's not a globe? Maybe it is. And before you say boats go over the curve, no, they don't. It looks like it's going over something to the human eye, but it's all about perspective and illusion. This has been proven. This has been tested. You can even do it yourself. The boat is staying completely level. If you zoom in with a camera or use a laser test, it is still completely level. It just looks like that to the human eye, but it is still level. This has been tested. Same thing with the sun. The sun is not going over a curve. It's going straight, and it looks like it's going like this. It's the same as a hallway. When it gets narrow, it's perspective and illusion. It has nothing to do with a curve. There's no curve to be found. This has been tested. This has been proven, and I have a video on it if you want to see Dave Weiss explained how this works. You know what is observable and provable, though? The constellations seem to come back in the same exact fixed position every single year in the same night. As long as there's clear skies, you can see the same exact star pattern in the sky. If we are moving 500,000 miles per hour, how would that be possible? Also, Polaris, the North Star, never moves. That star stays exactly where it is always and has never moved since the beginning of time, never has moved. If we are flying through space at 500,000 miles per hour, how is the star still in the same exact spot? We even have Georgia guidestones to show the star through the hole. It's like they're showing us it doesn't move. No, it is not, because it is billions and billions and billions of miles away, and in a billion years from now, it'll be in a different spot, but we won't be around for that. It is a cover-up to hide where we live. Please understand. The radius value of Earth is 3959. If that was accurate, the horizon should not be 10 plus miles away from us. It should be 1.2 miles away. I'll put the equation right here. Since we know and have tested that the horizon is 10 plus miles away, we should have the radius value at 264,000 miles. Please tell me in what world there would be 1,000% error between just less than 4,000 and well over 200,000. That's a huge margin of error. The Earth is flat. Love this question. Thank you for asking. Here's why. Do you guys know how much money NASA makes a day? Just take a guess. 60 million. 60 million a day. In one day. A day. Without outer space and the globe and all of their lies, they wouldn't be able to make this much money. It's all based on lies. They are pocketing this money. Another reason is to hide land. If we do not know the shape of the Earth, if they hide the shape of the Earth to everybody, we don't know where land could be. We think it's a globe, right? So imagine if it wasn't, and there's this ice wall and like the land beyond the ice wall that we cannot go to because every country signed this treaty forbidding us to go there or explore or anything at all. Another reason is to hide a creator. So the flat Earth firmament has no other explanation other than a creator. There's no way that that could be possible without God. So outer space being vast and infinite, never ending, all of these other life forms and potential other like galaxies and whatever, all of that stuff takes away from how important and special we actually are. So they want you to feel like you're a speck of dust in the universe, that you mean absolutely nothing. They want you to feel insignificant. That's another reason. It's for control, brainwashing. They have diehard Christians and Catholics and whatever religion denying God without even knowing it by believing in outer space. Do you follow what I'm saying? It's actually really messed up when you think about it. People that go to church and, worship and everything, they believe in the Bible and they preach the Bible, but they completely leave out God's creation. They completely leave out that he made us. They believe in outer space still. It's like it's one or the other. You can't believe in both because they don't correlate at all. It's very interesting. I just learned about this and it's like been like, whoa. These people that are telling you that it's a globe, they hide it in plain sight. They know the truth. They know that it's not a globe. They know that outer space doesn't exist. They're aware they're doing this on purpose. So the people that are defending the lie don't realize that the people that started the lie know the truth. So yeah, hiding a creator, hiding land, and money are the three biggest reasons why they have such an extensive lie about this. And let me show you a couple examples of how they hide it in plain sight. Look at these organizations and their logos. Every single one of these is a flat earth map. The United Nations on the top left, look at this. This is literally a flat earth map. 33 boxes inside. 33 is a number for the Freemasons. They put it right in your face. Why would these huge organizations that preach the globe have a flat earth map as their logo? What would be the reason for that? We know that water always finds its level. Every ocean, every body of water is going to lay flat. If it was a ball, it would separate. You can't have water on a sphere. It doesn't work. Hidden in plain sight. I might have to make a part 2 for this, but I hope that answers your question. If you think flat earth is stupid, it's because you're thinking of a stupid flat earth. Flat earth is not a floating disc in the heliocentric model. The heliocentric model is designed for the globe. It only works with the globe. They're two completely different concepts. You need to understand that first of all. Second, if you think it's stupid to not believe in gravity, understand that gravity does not correlate with flat earth. Gravity is a concept that was made up to fit the globe narrative. The globe narrative fits the heliocentric model. Those three things are their own model. It's a theory, it's a conspiracy. A lot of people don't know this, but let me tell you, NASA, Antarctica Treaty, globe propaganda, and the globe model being taught in school systems all started in the same decade, all together. This was a plan to brainwash the entire world, and the generation that was taught flat earth is dying. We need to understand the truth. If I asked you how fast the earth is spinning, how fast is it chasing the sun, how fast is it orbiting the sun, would you know how to answer those questions? Do you even know what you believe? No, you don't, so let me tell you. The earth is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. As it's spinning 1,000 miles per hour, it's rotating the sun at 66,616 miles per hour, okay? So spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, rotating at 66,000 miles per hour, and chasing the sun at 500,000 miles per hour, all at the same time. That's what you believe if you believe in the globe. Do you know how ridiculous that is? But we don't feel any of it, right? Let me continue. You think it's stupid not to believe in gravity? Listen to how stupid this is. If you believe in gravity, you believe that waterfalls are falling upside down, rain falls upside down. If I jump, I'm jumping upside down. This invisible force is strong enough to hold trillions, I don't even know, tons of water. Strong enough to hold these tons of bodies of water, strong enough to hold the Titanic upside down on the globe. But it's also delicate enough to not harm a butterfly flying. Do you know how delicate butterflies' wings are? There is no such thing as a force that is strong enough to do one thing and gentle enough to do another. It is a made-up concept to be able to explain how things are upside down on the globe model that does not exist. If you believe in the globe and gravity, this is what you believe. We are all under the same sky. The sky is not a circle around the globe. It is above all of us on the same level. The sun is not the center of the universe. Earth is. We are the center of the universe. We are the center of God's creation, whether you want to accept that or not. Water always finds its level. Water always fills its container. You cannot do that on a circle. Water does not curve. Water doesn't bend with a globe. It would separate. There would be a middle ground. We would see the curve. We would see the horizon if the earth was truly a curve. There is no curve. It is not a globe. Wake up to your reality. I watched the best video I have ever seen in my entire life, and I need to share it with you guys. When I tell you this video is full of proof, real evidence, science, math, real science, not pseudoscience. This is what it's called. The Next Level. It's on YouTube. I literally cried. It's amazing. Regardless of what you believe, you really should watch this video. It's just incredible. When you finally realize the truth, the feeling is just, I can't even describe to you. I just want everyone to feel what I feel. If you're interested in finding out where the lie started, how it started, why it started, and why we're taught what we're taught, why we're not taught the truth, this video is perfect to explain it. The best thing that you can do for yourself is put your ego aside and let the truth set you free, because it will. Alright guys, why do objects fall at the same rate in a vacuum chamber? I know what you're going to say. You're going to start talking about gravity, just like Google says, but the real answer is not gravity. The real reason is air resistance. There is no air resistance in a vacuum chamber. Air resistance is a force that is caused by air, a force that acts in the opposite direction as an object falling. So if an object is falling through the air is resisting it. There is none of this in a vacuum chamber. Air resistance makes light objects fall slower, making them float for a while. Here's an example. When a feather falls, it falls slowly because the air is in its way. If you dropped a feather and a golf ball at the same time in a vacuum, a space with no air, the feather would drop as fast as the golf ball because of a lack of air resistance. There is no air resistance in a vacuum chamber. It has nothing to do with gravity. Gravity is the most irrelevant, unnecessary thing. And let's not forget how much we love symbolism. Let's not forget what year gravity was discovered, okay? Of course, it was 1666, of course. Now I'm going to play a video for you of an electric engineer from 1974 that debunked gravity.
At that speed, that wheel has enough energy to throw itself 200 feet in the air. Did you notice that as it went round in a circle, there was no centrifugal force trying to pull my arm out sideways? Let's just do it once more. To save time, we've already spun it up. So here goes 40 pounds of wheel as light as a feather. This is not a conjuring trick. This is a fact of science. Watch it again carefully. A fact about a spinning wheel so far everyone has missed.
Notice how he said it's a fact of science. A fact of science. And remember, the definition of science is to study through observation and experiment, which is what he did. Also remember, gravity is a theory, not a fact. And let's not forget what a theory is. A theory is just an idea. It's just an idea. It's an idea, a theory, not a scientific fact. No one has ever proved it because it doesn't exist. And before you say there's a difference between a theory and a scientific theory, understand that the observation behind gravity is literally things fall due to density, and air resistance makes things fall at different rates, and it makes it not fall at different rates in a vacuum chamber because there's no air resistance. So where is gravity needed? Ever wonder what a real photo of Earth looks like without CGI or fisheye lens? Look no further. CGI, fisheye lens. This is just a fisheye lens on this one, but hi, how are you? That's what it really looks like. Just flat, horizon, horizontal, horizon, plane, flat plane. NASA's photo at 75,000 feet. Interesting how there's a fisheye lens on that one too. Oh, and then an amateur photo at 120,000 feet, which is way higher. And it's completely flat. Is that not weird to you? If you're looking for a real photo of Earth using NASA or other space agencies, you're looking at the wrong places because you're not going to find one there. Which cartoon, CGI, made up design, drawn by CGI artists do you believe in that you live on? These are all so different. Why are they so different? Why are the continent sizes so different?
Yeah. Through the night sky as it hits another thrust set right there. Just see the trail it's leaving behind. Absolutely amazing. And to describe it to you from, and you can see it, but from the ground, it almost looks as though a cloud of smoke with its own mind is just shooting through the sky. This is absolutely incredible. Again, you're watching the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launch from Vandenberg Air Force Base, this visible from Bakersfield. Absolutely incredible.
You guys are not ready for this one. So my friend Jeremy explained this one to me when I was questioning how do we have satellites in outer space showing us Earth that you can zoom in, you can even see in your own driveway, your own house. How do we have this if outer space and satellites aren't really there? So here we go. So here's the Google Earth. Interesting how it has this white perimeter around it. What is that, the Antarctic wall? Like, what would that be? Come on. Anyway, this is completely fake, painted drawing of a globe, but I'm just zooming into just a random place, and you will see, keep watching very closely. Watch for the change. Right now. See that? See that switch? That's a painting to real images from a plane. This is not a satellite in outer space. See that? Zooming in, you can see these are real images from a plane. Don't be fooled. You know what's really interesting to me? Every single person that I've asked, is gravity a fact? They say yes. Gravity is not a fact. If you don't believe me, you can simply Google it. But it's literally called the gravitational theory. It's a theory. It has never been proven and can never be proven. So isn't it weird how every single person believes that it's a fact? That's indoctrination. So I'm wondering why, if gravity is a theory, can I look it up anywhere? I can find any article, any information, multiple books on it at the library, anywhere. But when I look up flat earth or a flat earth book, it's really hard to find any information on a flat earth, even though they're both theories. Does that make sense? And I'm going to show you what it looks like when you Google proof of a flat earth. Just look what it looks like. Fighting flat earth theory, how to debate a flat earther. Are flat earthers being serious? Here's some more. I don't know about you, but to me, that's a red flag.
I'm sorry. Not everybody fits in the bad bitch genre. It's a genre. Not everybody fits on the Rasta.
Kingston! Crazy. Crack. Tell them no.
He ain't fly, no. He don't even drive.
My God!
Here's a little bit of a word of advice that I would give to somebody as just a general thing. Whatever the government shoves in your face, shoves down your throat, tells you to do, tells you to know, wants you to watch, all of that, take that and run away from it. Don't buy into it whatsoever. That's what they want you to do. All of the information that is hidden, filtered out, banned on social media, not allowed to talk about, misinformation, all of these things that you cannot find information on without digging and digging and digging, the things you have to dig for, run with that, because that is the truth. And what they show you is indoctrination and lies. Understand that if the source is the government, it's a lie. Fact checkers, Netflix documentaries, all of these things, don't buy into it. Remember, there's a reason why they push one narrative and hide another. I'm sorry. What is this? What is this? I'm sorry. If you think that took us to the moon, please go to therapy. If you tell me that this looks like anything other than a 6th grade science project, you're literally lying. There's no way you think this is actually real, right? This, first of all, has been taken into Photoshop, and if you change the levels, you'll see a box around the Earth, number one. This is Photoshopped in. They've proved that. You can prove that. And if this is possible, why don't they just set up a recording device on the moon and show the Earth's motion so flat earthers stop talking? Oh, wait, it's because they lost the technology to go to the moon and they destroyed it and they can't go to the moon, but they have no problem going to Mars. That's literally almost 200 million miles away from Earth, and the moon is hundreds of millions of miles closer. People love to call me dumb, but let me show you what's actually dumb. Yeah, you believing that this is $38 million. Okay, these are lawn chairs? What is this? You can't believe this, actually, right? $38 million for this. Are you serious? I know that there's actually nobody out there that actually believes this, right?
Photoshop. And if those of you who think this technical difficulty was planned and think I'm scamming you, go do it for yourself. Because you're going to find the exact same thing. I got nothing to hide here. This is live on the air, okay? I'm going to zoom in on the Earth in Photoshop. You see the Earth? Go to image, adjust, levels, and I'm going to bring the levels over here. And I'm going to bring the levels up Uh-oh. What is that? Why is there a square box around the Earth allegedly taken from the scientists on the moon in Apollo 17? And people wonder why I don't trust NASA. That's why I don't trust NASA.
And I know you don't believe that they plugged a landline in and called the moon. I know you don't believe that. I know that you don't. I can't even use my iPhone when I'm driving in an area with no reception or a hospital. Sometimes it just goes out when I'm literally at home or driving to work. It's really not that hard to fake. NASA is literally just a big Hollywood movie that adults believe. And for those of you that know the moon landing was fake but still believe everything else NASA says, why? Why? If you haven't watched the post-interview to the moon landing, these three men are the most miserable, unhappy, guiltiest people I've ever seen in my life. The greatest human accomplishment of all time happened. This is how they act the entire time. And we somehow lost all of the evidence that we went there and all of the technology to go there again. I think it's time to start using our senses and look at what they're showing us, okay? Who turned the lights off on the moon? Where's the light? All right, I'm gonna say it one more time, and then I'm gonna reference this video every time somebody says this to me. School, education is indoctrination. Stop telling me to go to school. Stop saying, didn't you pass middle school? Didn't you pass? The point is that schools and everywhere, education is teaching a narrative that they want you to believe to cover the history of the earth and the truth. They are covering it by teaching you a false narrative. School, education is indoctrination. Say it with me. Education is indoctrination. Stop telling me to go to school. Do you watch my videos? Do you watch my lives? That's the point. That is the point. Schools are teaching a lie. Schools are teaching a lie. What does that have to do with anything? What point are you trying to make? That go to school and memorize some bullshit narrative that they gave you? And then the more I memorize what they tell me, the smarter I am? Is that your definition of intelligence? Do you understand that schools are teaching pseudoscience as real science? Pseudoscience is literally fake science. It's accepting these beliefs that don't fit the description of science, the definition of science whatsoever, and they tell you that it's science. So then you come on my page and you're like, don't you know science? Yes, I do know science. Science is to observe and to study and to experiment and repeat in order to deem true, and pseudoscience doesn't do that. The globe doesn't do that. All of these things doesn't do that. You're a hypocrite. Why is it so hard for you to believe that the government writes a narrative and teaches it in schools? Why is it so hard for you to believe? It's totally believable. It's totally what they do. What do you think television is? Tell a lie, television. What do you think that they're doing? Do you think that they're teaching you the truth so they make all this money on the truth? Or do you think they're teaching you a narrative that they wrote to make money and to benefit and to control the masses? Do you think the government doesn't lie and control? Do you? Is your advice to children, don't ever critically think and don't ever ask any questions and don't question your reality. Do what you're told and listen to authority because authority is always right and you're wrong and you need to memorize everything they say and everything they say is true. Is that your advice to children? Because that's what you tell me to do. And guess what? You can call me crazy all day long. I'd rather be crazy than an actual conforming, indoctrinated sheep. Okay, I'd rather be crazy. So call me crazy. That's fine. I don't care. I actually think you're crazy for believing this absolute bullshit. And understand that the only reason why anyone believes the globe, and the only reason we believe these things we were taught in school, the only reason we believe this and we defend it is because we were told. It's because we were told. We have no evidence, we have no proof. It's because it's what we were told. Do you really just not question anything ever and just suck up everything that they tell you? Or like, yeah, just repeat what they say? Are you kidding me? Don't you think there's a reason why there's things that are filtered out and that there's things that are totally shoved in your face all day long? And congratulations and kudos to you that the only reason that this huge lie is still going on and will always go on is because you're defending it. And by the way, denying reality does not change reality.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. So in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. Money is a good thing. If you want to buy new things, new rockets, instead of keep doing the same thing over, well, then it's going to cost more money. And other things need more money too.
If a literal astronaut that has been to the moon is admitting that he didn't go and they never went is not enough for you, check out their interview after they went to the moon and how guilty these three men are. Check out some hidden in plain sight Masonic symbolism. Weird how the moon's just not a light anymore. What happened to the lights? And if the moon was really a surface reflecting light, it would look like this. That's what a ball reflecting light looks like, not the moon. That is literally a luminary, not a surface. They didn't go to the moon because you can't, because it's not a surface. Which is why the higher you go up, the less visible it is. The higher you go up, closer to it, the less visible it is. Think about that. Not to mention that we can't go to the moon again because we lost or destroyed the technology to do so, is what NASA tells us. But we have no problem going to Mars, which is 200 million miles away from Earth, when the moon is only 200,000 miles away from Earth. That's like me saying, if I'm in Florida, that I can't go to Miami because it's too far, but I can go to California. To shut us stupid flat earthers up, all they would have to do is set up a recording device on the moon and record Earth's rotation and the shape that it's actually a ball. But they won't. But they won't. Why? Why won't they? Here's a fake image just to show you a visual of what they tell us. So Earth, Moon, Mars. Look how much closer the moon is to Earth than Mars. This is 200 million miles away, 200,000 miles away. They can set up a recording device on Mars. They can do anything on Mars, but they can't do it on the moon. It's time to wake up, people. Something I've been noticing a lot, why is snake symbolism literally in everything? The universal medical symbol, two snakes. Here's the UN logo with the medical logo. Here's the flat earth map with the snake. My favorite, NASA's logo, big serpent tongue right there. And this thing looks like a snake as well. Literally, like a snake with its tongue. That's literally a snake tongue. Here's the Holy Vatican and the altar. It's literally a snake. Eyes, teeth, big head. This is literally a snake. I don't know how anyone unsees this. And then the Jesus statue, which is like, are you kidding me? Does this look pure, innocent, or holy in any way? This is terrifying. I don't know who designed this, but that's scary. Vatican City is a ginormous snake. The eyes, the body. And don't forget the 666 symbolism all over the place. The Washington Monument. This was on purpose. Symbolism everywhere. I've decided to make a new series of stupid comments, ignorant comments that I get. And I'm going to do a million parts of this. This is part 1, addressing dumb comments and why they make no sense. Just insults from Globers, makes no sense to what I'm saying whatsoever. So here's part 1. Saying anything along the lines of, stay in school, kids. What's your degree? Where'd you go to school so I don't send my kids there? All of these comments about school and education is exactly the opposite of what I'm saying. I am saying that school education is indoctrination because they are teaching this lie all around the world. So saying to me, stay in school, or where'd you go to school, or what's your degree, contradicts exactly what I'm saying. Like, do you not understand anything that I'm saying at all? School is teaching a lie. So if you're in school learning about that, you're learning about the lie. You're not learning about the hidden knowledge that they're hiding and the truth of our world that they're hiding. They're not teaching that in school. That's why school and degrees and all of that stuff, when it has to do with this subject, is irrelevant, because that is not the truth. It's not the truth. It is a planned, orchestrated narrative that they are indoctrinating children on, and all throughout your life you're going to believe this lie unless you look otherwise for other information, other research. And when you look for those things, you will find it, and you will understand that what they teach is a lie. It makes no sense. Everything that we've learned is a lie. Everything that we know is a lie. So sure, stay in school, get educated, get a degree, whatever, on this lie, okay? That's what you're doing. That's what it is. That's what it is. Nobody wants to admit it. Everyone's in denial. No one wants to understand reality because they are so attached to this belief that they've had. And the only reason they have this belief is because it's what they were told. It's what they were told. There's no proof. It's just because you were told that. So when you seek proof and evidence, you will find that that narrative makes no sense. No sense. So I was doing a lot of thinking, and I wanted to say, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. You're right. We're definitely on a spinning ball going 500,000 miles per hour through space. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking looking at the flat, level horizon and how water is flat and level. I don't know what I was thinking. It was really dumb. I don't know what I was thinking, observing the sky and how the stars come back once a year in the same fixed position, yet we're moving 500,000 miles through space, which makes total sense, like why the stars would come back. And Polaris that never moves, but we're flying 500,000 miles through space. Yeah, no, it's really dumb of me to think that we're just stationary and flat. I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. Totally don't know what I was thinking, questioning what we were taught, because obviously what we're taught by authority is always true. I don't know why I would ever question that. And I don't know why I would ever question why compasses only point north, since there's two magnetic fields, the North and South Pole. I don't know why I would ever question that. I don't know why I would ever apply reality to what we're taught and see if it adds up. Well, I don't know why I would do that. That was so dumb of me. I know that the government has our best interests and that they're totally telling us all of the truth, and that they don't run the school systems and they don't run what we're taught or anything like that. They don't have some kind of system where they teach you what they want you to know. I know that that's not true. And I know the news is all real statistics and everything that they tell us is all reality and all true. I know. I don't know why I would ever question that. It's not like they would ever make something up to deceive us into not knowing the truth to benefit with money and control. I was just thinking how stupid it was of me to assume that water needs a container, and water is always flat and level. It's not used to level things out or anything like that. Yeah, who needs a container for water? We have gravity. I mean, who needs it? Who needs it? That was stupid. I really don't know why I ever questioned the moon landing. It's so obvious that we went there, and we're obviously not going back because it's just too expensive. 60 million a day just isn't enough to cover it. And we're not going to go back because we've already been there, and there's nothing to see, so why would we go back? It's not like we should prove that the Earth's spinning or anything. Prove the motion of the Earth, maybe? No, why would we do that? That'd be so stupid. Welcome to part 2 of Why the Lie. This whole thing is about looking deeper than the surface and looking deeper to what they tell you. We all learn the same thing. I learned the same thing as you learned. The difference is looking deeper than what we were told and what we were taught. There is a big reason why certain things are shoved down your throat and thrown in your face and hidden in plain sight constantly. Propaganda everywhere. They're telling you to do something over and over and over again. They want you to see this. They want you to watch this. They only show you what they want you to know and what they want you to see and what they want you to think. And there's also a big reason why certain things are filtered off the internet and they don't want you to see and they don't want you to know about, and they take information of things and they hide it from you. There's a reason why certain things are in your face and certain things are super hidden. There's a big reason why that is. I said it once, I've said it twice, and I'll say it again. Anything the government tells you to do, run. Anything that they are hiding from you is the actual truth. If they're hiding what the world that you're standing on is, how far do you think these lies can go? They discontinued the Nikon P1000 because they realized what people were doing with it. I'm going to make a separate video for this, but you can zoom in very closely on the planets and see what they really are. And the planets that they say are surfaces, you can see for yourself that they are not surface rocks whatsoever. You can observe for yourself the truth, and you are believing these evil people's lies over your own eyes. By the way, the Nikon P1000 was their #1 best-selling camera, and they took it completely off the market and discontinued it. Why do you think that is? I can't convince you, and I honestly don't want to. What I urge you to do is look into it for yourself, because there's not a single person that's going to look this deep and not see the truth. I don't want you to believe them, and I don't want you to believe me. I want you to look deep into it, because you cannot unsee once you see. Don't you think it's really messed up that they have people that preach the Bible and study the Bible going with the heliocentric model? They literally still believe in this globe spinning in infinite space when the Bible says completely otherwise. And I can't even tell you the amount of people in my comments that are arguing the Bible and what it says. It's so clear what it says. And God and religion are not the same thing. And so many people are steered away from God because religion did that to them, because religion is a cult. I was raised Catholic. Almost all my Catholic friends are atheists, and there's a reason for that. Catholic faith is very culty. They literally go against the Bible in their own schools and churches. The reason that I believe in the Bible, by the way, is because of the science behind flat earth and the actual proof we have of flat earth, and it literally proves the Bible to be true. Science and God go hand in hand. Pseudoscience and God are pinned against each other and they fight each other. Pseudoscience is not real science, and that is all we're taught. And I can keep going. What do you really think she's talking about when she says this? And pay attention to the comments.
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now. Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it. And the light is shining through like never before, filling us all with the hope and the sure knowledge that the path will be a little easier next time. And I can't believe we just put the biggest crack in that glass ceiling yet. Thanks to you and to everyone who's fought so hard to make this possible. This is really your victory. This is really your night. And if there are any little girls out there who stayed up late to watch, let me just say, I may become the first woman president.
It is right in front of your face. Please wake up. This is not being taken out of context. She is talking about the firmament and breaking the firmament. You think that these people in positions of power are good and they're doing great things and that they're your savior. No, they're doing horrible, evil things. They're trying to break the firmament. She has said it so many times. You're going to say that she's taking it out of context, not taking it out of context. You need to understand what they're really talking about. Elon Musk trying to break the firmament with his rockets. It'll literally have water in the sky. He was trying to break it, putting these cracks in it. Do you know what would happen if they actually break this firmament? I don't think you even want to know. And when she says, thanks to you, this wouldn't be possible without you, thanks to you, yeah, she's not kidding. Thanks to you for defending their lie and applauding them and going to these big ceremonies and applauding their satanic evil work. Thanks to you. These people are evil. She starts talking about little girls. I wouldn't let my little girl, if I had one, anywhere near this woman. She is evil. You don't have any idea what they do, and I'm not going to say it on this video. The things that they do are unfathomable, and they're not believable because you don't believe it because it's that evil. And these are the people that are breaking the firmament. People in positions of power have literally said, we tell you what we're doing and you still don't believe it, and that's your problem. That's so true. You don't believe what they're doing when they literally tell you what they're doing, and that's your problem. And it's actually our problem too, because how are we going to ever stop this if you're going to continue to defend it? I said it once and I'll say it again. These people are anti-God. They are evil, evil, evil people. They're making fun of you for believing their lie. They know the truth. They know what the earth is. They know the firmament. They are making fun of you for believing everything that they tell you. And then when they tell you that they're doing something evil, you don't believe it. You think it's some kind of joke. Wake up. If you think this place is holy, think again. Let's start by examining their altar. Oh, nice snake head they got going on there, and a really nice statue of Jesus. Love it. Let's get a closer look really quick. So you're telling me this is a pure, holy, innocent statue of Jesus? Yeah, okay. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the entire Vatican City is literally shaped like a whole snake. Here's the stomach, here's the head, the eyes. It's an entire serpent. And now I'm going to play for you a cute little prayer that he says to everybody.
With great pomp, fanfare, and ceremony, Pope Francis, the head of the Jesuit order, announced through his cantor the imminent emergence, the near advent of the coming to light of the Antichrist.
Lama Seus, Lucifer matutimus indeniat, ille in quam Lucifer qui nescito casum, Christus filius tuus, qui regressus ab inferis, humano generis serenus illuxit, et tecum vivit et regnat in saecula saeculorum.
During this pronouncement, the cantor called Lucifer God, claiming Lucifer to be the father of Jesus Christ. The cantor acknowledged Lucifer as the Antichrist himself and worshipped him. To this, a great crowd and the whole world sang. This was the 3D ceremony that the Pope wanted to be seen worldwide. The announcement to the world, the son of perdition, this way comes.
Noct illuminatio mea, supernis luminaribus misceatur, flama eius.
This isn't even half of it, but this is why it's so important to not be deceived. Our leaders, our religious leaders, our political leaders, they're all evil and they all play for the same team. There's symbolism everywhere, and as you can see, they hide it in plain sight right in your face. Hey guys, look who's featured on Dave Weiss's FE app. His app is awesome. It has so many good videos on it, so many good book recommendations. This video, someone made a compilation of all my TikToks and put it together. The comments on there are so nice. Thank you, Dave. Really appreciate it. Hope I get to talk to you sometime soon. And thanks for the support, guys. Follow my backup account, Jennyrosepace 13. Follow my Instagram. And yeah, keep doing Flat Earth with me.
Earth is flat, it's fact, that's the Earth. NASA lies, NASA is a devil in disguise.
Hey guys, so about that backup account. Remember yesterday when I told everyone to follow my backup account that I finally made? Well, I woke up today and it's gone. So I made a new backup account. Hopefully this one doesn't go anywhere. I'm going to put it in the description. I'm going to put it in the video. I'm going to put it in the comments. Please follow it. I'd like to get it to 1,000 as soon as possible so I can do lives on there, since my lives and my TikTok on this account has been severely shadow banned. Again, thank you for the support. Thank you for the nice comments. Please follow my account and keep rocking with me.